Welcome to Early Learners and Right Brainers. This is Shraddha, and today I'm going to speak about physical activities that are extremely important for right brain education. So, guys, coming back to Glenn Doman, he was the pioneer of starting the right brain education, which is now been confirmed as a whole brain development. So, what he was explaining to us is that physical activities are extremely important in child because when a baby is in the womb, he can learn to kick, he can understand hand movements, leg movements, he's able to perform this seamlessly. Then he's also able to suck, he's able to move his fingers, he's also able to roll over in the tummy itself. Some babies are even capable of swimming, some are capable of slightly moving and dancing to the music. So when we understand that a child in a womb can do so much, why do we always swaddle a baby when the baby is born? So, as per the new research, the pediatric institutions, the medical science, it has been confirmed that even if we don't swaddle the child and keep their legs and hands open and let them move, it is going to help them immensely. So, Glenn Doman always says that never buy a play a pen, that is a small box where the child is allowed to be kept and he or she can play as much as time as possible. And there is a structure which is square in shape, and we as parents can put the kid in it. So it is called playpen. Some called it box, some called it a small cabinet for playing. All those things are strictly a no-no from Glenn Doman's perspective. They say that it is important that the child should be always moving. So make sure your child is always on the floor. So when the babies are 0 to 3 months, they are absolutely sedentary meaning they cannot move. They are actually dependent on us. How can we help them? The simplest way is to baby massage. Then the second is to give them tummy time. Then the third is to open them and let them move their hands and legs. Let them do the cycling. Then you help them to do a little stretching, like pull their legs slightly, then be very gentle, pull their hands slightly, then keep a ball in front of them, move it to the left, move it to the right. If they are attracted to flashcards, then move one flashcard to the right, then to the left, then to the upward, downward, so the neck exercises happens. So when it comes to babies who are 3 months plus, they are actually now going to explore the world, explore the ground. So let them just do it, okay? Don't restrict them. And if you are afraid that they will fall or something, just go behind them. Direct them in every possible way so that the physical activities are not hampered. And if at all you're a busy parent, don't feel that I have to tie up the baby all the time in a baby carrier. Let them move. So, movement of the child is extremely important. Then, coming back to one aspect of Glenn Doman, he suggests that a baby should be allowed to move like a chimpanzee. Like they should be doing air swinging. Air swinging means branching, like from one branch to the other, the chimpanzee moves. Like that, we have to buy a ladder in our house and we have to stuck it like it will be this way, like it will be horizontal way, and the baby will hold one wooden rack and then the another, and the baby will be baby will be moving from one ladder rack to another. I personally don't have that, and I am recreating a situation where my baby is able to air swing. So that is one aspect. Then you can dance. When you dance, your child is going to dance. If the child is very small, you can hold the child and you can make dance moves. Then third, encourage them to play with balls. You can even give a ball massage, where small balls can be used to massage your baby's body. Then you can let them play with small balls. Then give them books so they will understand how to hold. Give them a play gym where they will understand how to pull things, how to play a piano by their legs or their hands. So the stretching activities will be done. Then you can also introduce small pillows and ask them to kick over it, or you help them to kick to the pillow or a soft toy. See, we as humans, we have lot of emotions. Same ways the babies are undergoing a lot of emotional turmoil. Sometimes it is good, sometimes it is bad. So boxing is a way where you can relieve all those emotions. So just encourage them some sort of a boxing session. Like at the end of the day, just allow them to box or to a small soft toy or something. That doesn't mean hitting. Hitting is a different aspect. Boxing is like you actually help them in a playful way, that okay, now let's do boxing, and you just play with them. For the younger babies also you can do using a small soft toy. Then you can also use balloons and ask them to play with the balloon, because when a balloon lifts up, the hand activities are also quite strengthening. Then you can ask your child to have a marathon with you. If the child is very small, you can ask them to crawl and you can also crawl with them, and then you can play like who is first. If the child is big, you can play running race. Then you can play football, you can play cricket. Even if these things are not possible now because of the pandemic, just try to recreate a small session at your home and just play. Don't have any excuses like now we cannot go down. Now the things are we have to do everything at home. So whatever things you are available with you, just try to utilize them and be active and play. So to list down what could be the probable activities, I would name few. There is like, one second, I have actually jotted down. So one thing is stretching. The second one would be strengthening or joint movements. The third would be leg exercises like pull their legs, do cycling, do Pavan Muktasan, do yogic poses. Then do some neck exercises like move a ball from left to right, up and down. Then you can do softball massage. Then you can help them to squeeze their clothes, and then you can ask them to pull the clothes from the rack or push them back. Then you can ask them to press any stuff between their hands. Then you can ask them to wash the utensils. Then even you can ask them to peel off some pomegranate beads. Then you can even ask them to peel some fruits. All this is physical activity because it takes a lot of efforts to do peeling, to do. The pomegranate is so tough that removing seeds out of a pomegranate is very difficult. So all these things are going to help them. Then one more thing I want to mention, yes, boxing with a soft toy. Then ask them to put on sellotape everywhere and ask them to remove those sellotapes. Like for example, if you see the background, my child is constantly trying to remove this sellotape over here. I didn't teach him that, but he is trying to do it. So when he is able to do it, it is a great thing because he is using his fingertips, like the fine motors and the gross motors, and he's pulling it. This activity is going to make his hands stronger. So you should always encourage all these things when a baby is doing. Or if the baby is not able to get the stimulation, he is going to go and break things, he is going to show tantrums. So to avoid all these things, it is easier that you yourself give exposure and a good stimulation environment to your child. So if you think that your baby is very cranky, if your baby is very hyperactive and he's always running over here and there, you also start and you also enjoy with them, and make sure that you incorporate a physical activity session. Then make your child touch right hand to the left leg, left hand to the right leg. So anything that you do opposite actually activates the right brain. So every exercise, if you see, we always use right to the left, left to the right. So we have been always doing it. So it actually opens up all the neurons and connections of our brain and actually helps us. Then last thing would be kicking. So you can use a football and take hold the baby in your hand and just kick the ball with their leg. Then you can also make sure that you travel with your child everywhere you and the baby are going. So you create an environment like you are hiking at your home, you are making them climb the staircase, even if it is small pile of pillows. So recreate something that you can, as a mountain, as a river, and play games that are innovative. Like everything cannot be taught, so do some div on YouTube and just search like what all things you can do at your home that can help your child to have physical activities. Then one thing I would to really mention is that you have to make sure that your baby is physically active, and just let them move. So whenever you are allowing your child to dance, to play, you are actually allowing them to explore their own bodies, and the coordination between the body is beautifully arranged if you are able to perform physical activities at a good speed. So if your child is very physically active, you should be really happy because he or she is now really into right brain hemisphere side, and his body or his imagination is really great. So you should support it. So guys, please support your child's physical development by allowing them to do free play. So this is from my side. importance of free play is highly important in right brain education. So do not stop your child. Thanks a lot, and please do subscribe this channel, and also please on Facebook groups keep on adding your inputs, and on Instagram as well. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much.